Hello, this is Julia with another video in my Northvember, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to call it, Northvember series? Sure, let's go with that. Today I thought, while I am showing you on the screen how I painted the ravens, Hugin Mumin, the ravens of Odin, and do that, you can listen to me talk about the beginning, the start, the creation of the Norse mythology. And also, that's Herman, and you can also hear Elsa here in the studio with me. She has a bone, which she is very happy about. Yeah, it is chaos here. Yeah. So, no joke, I've been trying to record this for so many times, and now I'm giving up. I'm so sorry. Elsa? Yeah, it is chaos here. No, she doesn't want to go out. She heard Herman bark because it's dark outside. It is about 6:15 and Herman is sort of scared of the dark, and Elsa heard him bark outside and now she wants to go out. Elsa? Hey! Anyway. So, I'm painting Hugin Mumin, two iconic ravens from the Norse mythology. They are sort of friends and helping Odin with stuff. And I thought while I'm painting this, I could... Elsa! Oh my god. Okay. She is now outside. Yeah, I thought I was going to talk about the creation. Yes, let's do that. So, the creation story of the Norse mythology is quite simple, really. In the beginning, there was nothing. Imagine a place where there is nothing. But then there is something. There is ice. Very cold ice. And then there's fire. Very hot fire. And where those two meet, they sort of meet. I'm sorry, I was trying to do a very dramatic read. But my throat is beginning a bit sore. So yeah, the ice and fire, they sort of meet and they create Ymer, the sort of first giant. There is neither man nor woman, but both. This is like crucial, very, very important. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, another thing that is there from nothing is a cow. I'm not really sure where the cow is coming from or how it got there, but it's there in the nothingness. So yeah, so Ymer, neither man nor woman, but both, drinks milk. And as you all know, when you drink warm milk, you fall asleep. Yeah? Yeah, good. From his armpit, from Ymer's armpit, that is neither man nor woman, but both, Ymer give birth to a man and a woman giant. And also a six-headed giant from the leg. Not really sure about that. Okay, anyway. However, the daughter, the giant daughter, gives birth to 3 boys. Odin, Vile, and Ve. And these are gods. They are not giants. It's sort of like in the Greek mythology, you know, you have the giants or the titans, and then they become gods like just a generation after. I'm not completely sure how that works, but it's sort of the same thing here. And the thing is, Odin, Vile, and Ve, they okay, so we live here in nothingness with a cow, and Ymer, there is neither man nor woman but both, and then their father and their mother, and then the 6-headed other giant, and they start talking, these 3 brothers, about the universe. I'm not really sure what that conversation was like, but they like, yeah, we need better life, we need a better future, and they discuss on like how we're going to do that. But they come up with the obvious solution, which is to kill Ymer, that is neither man nor woman but both. And you say, what would that be good for? Well, these three brothers are mighty sharp. So the blood they make into water. Yeah, we heard this before. So the ocean, to like streams and creeks, rivers, whatever. The ocean is mixed with the sweat, you know, the salt kind of thing. It needs to be a bit mixed. So it's a technicality, but I thought I was mentioning it, doing my job, you know. They take the flesh, and that is becoming the earth, and the bones will be the mountains, and other stones that like they're not really mountains, but they're kind of smaller, but still like a big stone. Yeah, those are from the teeth. Okay, and the grass is the hair. Yeah, and when you look up into the sky, that is the inside of the skull. So imagining this skull sort of like it's like a dome around us, keeping us safe here. So anyway, in the beginning, the earth was the place where we lived apparently was flat, surrounded with water, and they used the eyelashes of this giant to create a wall so that the other giants could not come in here, and that is called Midgård. And Midgård is the place where the mortals, the weak ones, us, where we will live later. And then you say, but Julia, if this is how the earth was created, how were we created? That is a very good question. You are very smart. Yeah, okay, so we are wood. The thing is, the three brothers, they were walking along the ocean, you know, blood and sweat, and they come across these two sort of driftwood tree log pieces, one of ash and one of elm. And just like to reiterate, there is nothing but the cow and now the maimed body of Ymer. But apparently there are trees, so yeah, anyway. The ash is being turned into a man, and the elm tree is turned into a woman, because the elm tree is more pleasant than the ash tree, apparently. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure enough, whatever. But these three brothers, they sort of give their own sort of gift to the people. Think sort of like the fairies in Sleeping Beauty, okay? So Odin, he gives them life. He sort of like, you know, blows on them, or, you know, gives them breath kind of thing. Ville, he gives them sort of a will, determination, intelligence. They sort of like, you know, that could call it like inspiration, you know, that sort of strive, you know, that kind of thing. And then Via, he sort of like starts to shape them so they don't look like walking planks, you know. So yeah, they also make them clothes so they wouldn't freeze to death, because we're still in Scandinavia, so that was nice of them. And yeah, these two people are the ancestors of everybody, and they live in Midgård, you know, built by the eyelashes of Ymer, that is neither man nor woman but both. So yeah, and these eyelashes will protect them from giants and monsters, because later on, like when the Norse mythology, like when everything is like, you know, coming out and everything is like done and ready to just like live, you know, there's a lot of giants and monsters, so it's kind of nice to have that sort of Midgård, that sort of protection with the eyelashes. But yeah, that sort of is the very short version of how the world was created according to the old belief. So yeah, that is why we call Odin the Allfather, or the All-Father, you know, he's the father of all. and also of the gods, obviously, because, you know. But yeah, so that is the creation. I have to say, when I was working as a teacher, this was like my favorite part, teaching about Norse mythology, because talking to the kids about this was just the most fun ever, because nothing makes sense whatsoever, and this kind of suspending of disbelief is just, and I think especially kids today, I know when we started this, it was very much like, it doesn't make sense, that is not logical. They are very much like, if I can't see it, I can't believe it, you know. But I went in pretty hard with the Norse mythology, and we read quite a lot of myths, and we did a lot of work around this, and at some point I could feel them sort of like giving up on this whole making sense of stuff. It was just like, okay, this is what we have to work with, so so yeah, but I find it very fascinating, and I sort of like this kind of like, that it doesn't make sense, it just is, you know, which is kind of funny, I suppose. But yeah, that is like the beginning of it all, and yeah, I mean, of course, later on there will be plenty of adventures. I highly recommend reading more about it if you want to. I can highly recommend the book by Neil Gaiman. I'm just going to look up what it's called in English, because I have it in Swedish. Norse mythology, yeah. And like I said, I have this in Swedish, and I read quite a lot of his versions to the kids. I found he writes very well, and he explains it pretty well. But yeah, they're weird. They're very weird. But like I said, it's really fun. So I hope you have enjoyed this little chat about the creation while you looked at Hugin Mumin. I love this piece and how it came out, so I'm just very happy, and I hope I could bring you a little bit of happiness, or just like some smiles, or just like, that's weird. Yeah. Anyway, I hope to see you on Saturday, and that you have a really great week.